Okay, let's dive into something pretty wild. We're going to explore this fascinating thought experiment, and it all kicks off with something that, honestly, sounds like an incredible gift.
Seriously, just think about that for a second. A life with no headaches, no migraines, zero physical suffering. It sounds amazing, right? Like you just got a superpower.
But what if that superpower had a catch? A really, really big one. A hidden flaw that could actually be fatal. What if this thing that feels like a total blessing is actually just an invisible danger, just waiting to pounce?
So to really wrap our heads around this, we've got to start with this super weird fact about our own bodies. It's kind of like a secret our brain has been keeping this whole time.
Get this, your brain literally has no pain receptors. And now, that's not just some cool theory, it is a straight-up medical fact. The brain tissue itself can't feel a thing, which when you think about it is why awake brain surgery is even possible. Surgeons can be in there working on the brain while the person is totally conscious. How wild is that?
Okay, so that probably makes you wonder, if the brain can't feel pain, then what in the world is a headache? Well, the pain you feel, it's not coming from your brain. It's coming from all the stuff around it. The nerves, the blood vessels, all the tissue that is just jam-packed with pain receptors. So you can think of it like this. Your brain lives in this little painless bubble, but it's hearing all the alarms going off right outside its door.
And that right there brings us to the real point of pain. See, we think of it as the enemy, but it's not. It's actually our guardian. It's the body's single most important alarm system.
So here's the bottom line. Pain is just information. That's all it is. It's a loud, obnoxious alarm telling you, hey, pay attention, something is wrong. But what happens if you just switch that alarm off? What if you cut the wires? Well, the consequence is, honestly, it's terrifying. Think about something like a brain aneurysm or a hemorrhage. Under normal circumstances, you'd get this absolutely crushing headache, right? That's the body's fire alarm going off. But if you can't feel that pain, the danger just grows, silently. There's nothing telling you to get help, no sense of urgency at all, until it's just too late.
And that really is the heart of it, isn't it? We're so trained to think of pain as this awful thing we need to get rid of, but the truth is, it's one of the most basic, most important survival tools we have.
Okay, so it's not just about these huge life-or-death situations. Not having pain would totally change how we just live in the world. It would mess with the very way our brains learn to keep us safe.
I mean, think about a classic example, right? Touching a hot stove. The first time a little kid does that, the pain is instant. It's a powerful teacher, and that lesson sticks with you for life. So, what happens when that teacher just isn't there?
It's simple. You wouldn't learn. You wouldn't even know to pull your hand away. So it's not just about getting a bad burn that one time. You might do it over and over. Without that feedback loop, action, then pain, then lesson, your brain basically goes blind to danger. You just be collecting all these injuries over time without even realizing it.
So this all moves us past just physical safety and into a much deeper, more philosophical territory. It kind of makes you ask, is suffering necessary? Is it a required part of being human?
Well, believe it or not, a lot of scientists and philosophers would argue, yeah, it is. They say pain is what keeps us grounded in reality, in our own bodies. It's this constant reminder that we're physical beings with real limits. And here's the kicker. They also suggest that pain provides the contrast that makes pleasure, well, pleasurable, that gives it any real meaning.
And that just opens up a whole can of worms, doesn't it? I mean, think about it. If you never felt pain, would pleasure just feel flat, monotonous? Would you start to lose your grip on reality without that anchor? It really makes you think that maybe meaning isn't found in being comfortable all the time, but in pushing through the hard stuff.
Which brings us to our final point. And honestly, this might be the most unsettling part of this whole idea. What would it actually feel like to live in a painless world? This metaphor nails it perfectly. Imagine you're driving a car, but it has no warning lights, no check engine, no temperature gauge, nothing. You'd just be cruising along thinking everything is A-OK, right up until the engine completely seizes and you grind to a halt. That's exactly what a painless body would be like.
And that is the silent peril we're talking about. The most dangerous thing about it is that you wouldn't feel like anything was wrong. It would just feel normal. The lack of pain creates this total illusion of safety. It tricks you into thinking you're fine, even while your body is being pushed way past its limits.
This quote just says it all, doesn't it?
It's a chilling thought. This wouldn't be a state of peace. It would be a state of silence, a world where your body is screaming for help, but your mind can't hear a thing.
So that's where we land with this final big question. After looking at all these silent risks and the hidden jobs pain does for us, maybe we need to completely reframe how we see it. Maybe pain isn't just some curse we should be trying to wipe out. Maybe it's a complicated but totally vital protector that we just need to understand a little better.